Hi, and welcome back to another development video of the Village of Origin. Today we're going to take a look at the saving and loading systems, as well as the basic introduction when you start a new game. If I go back to the main menu, you can see that I have a sample template of what I kind of want the main menu to look like. It's going to be tweaked as time goes on. You can see I'm given 3 save slots. The bottom 2 currently have no save data. If I hover over this top one here, you can see that there's a random character followed by a name, followed by the librarian, followed by a cloud. So you might be wondering what's going on here. To show what these symbols are, I'll start a new save file. First thing that you'll see when you start a new save game is you're given 3 options on how you want to play the game. At the very top, you have casual play for those wanting a laid-back game. In this, if you play on casual, hosts do not die, but when a host's HP reaches 0, they'll return to your toolbar with full health. In order to combat the fact that this is easier, achievements will also be disabled. Next is normal, which is how the game's intended to be played and offers a nice balance. Hosts that die are able to be brought back to life, and a game over occurs if all available hosts that you have die. And lastly, we have hardcore, where hosts that die stay dead. And I put a disclaimer at the bottom saying game completion is always possible. However, 100% completion can be soft-locked. You can see there's a weather symbol next to each of these difficulties, and that symbol will be there when you start up a game, so you can see what your difficulty is. So I'll start this one as hardcore. And once we click this, a dialog appears, and it says, "Hello? You can hear me, can't you? What is your name?" And then a yellow line blinks signifying for you to enter in your name. And you can type whatever you want. I can backspace, and I can delete it, and I can put whatever. I'm going to name it Freddy, since that is my cat's name, who is currently on my lap. And the text says, "Freddy, names of your kind are interesting. Please, step into the light. Let me see your face." And the game tells us to left mouse click or press space to confirm. And now here we're at a character creation screen where we're able to adjust our hair type, our hair color, our skin tone, eyes type, mouth type. I have hats, I'm still trying to tweak them, they kind of look weird right now. You're able to choose shirts, pants, and outfits, and the outfits override over top of the clothes. So we'll say our character looks like this. And next we're given a prompt to ask, where do we reside? And we're given 5 options here between the city, the castle, the void, the mountains, and the islands. And if you cross your cursor nearby them, it gives you a brief description what each of these areas are like. And these don't change drastically much gameplay-wise, although it will alter some dialogue options for what your character can say. The 4 locations signify a world where there is science but no magic, a world where there is magic but no science, a world where there is both, and a world where there is neither. And if you want a complete blank slate, you're able to choose the void, in which case you have no memories about anything. We're going to pick the city for our character, where magic does not exist but science does. That's usually the location I pick when I play games, and I'm able to connect most to a character that lives in that kind of world. So once we pick this, the text says, "Well, Freddy, I hope that I'm not too late, but since you can hear me, I guess that I am. When you awake from your sleep, things may be very different from your home. Please do not drift away. Find me when you awake. I can explain more then." As a player, you're expecting to be that character, but when you click, you're the baker. And your character expresses that confusion that I'm sure you're experiencing, where you say, "Where am I? What happened to my body? It's dark. There's no lights anywhere. How far away am I from the city?" And then you're given a tutorial prompt on how to move. So this confusion is meant to exemplify what's going on, and you're moving around trying to figure out what to do, and you're left in this forest where there's nothing but a little warp portal. And when you stand on it, it grows in opacity, and you're brought to this character, who says, "Hello, Freddy. I am sure you're very confused. Please, ask whichever questions you may have." And you're given a few prompts. Where am I? What happened to my body? And who are you? You know, if I was this baker here, I'd ask, what happened to my body? And this voice says, your body was stolen by a being like myself. We do not have names, so I will call it by the name Pseudo Freddy. It has stolen your body to interact with the physical world. I do not know why. And from that response, I'd want to know next, okay, well, who are you then? And the being says, I am not sure. Descriptions do not work for beings such as myself. I am distinct from matter, capable of only interacting in places such as this. I am not a god, I simply am. And then this raises that last question of, where am I? You are in a place born in reality, where matter waits to be inhabited by a spirit before going out into the four worlds. Your spirit appears to have been cast into a soulless body of matter. So the being here mentions the four worlds, and you as the player don't know what the four worlds are, so it gives you a new dialogue option to ask that question. Four world? The world that you know is bordered by 3 parallel realities with slight variances. They are invisible to one another, only accessible through this realm. I cannot interact with matter, but I fear what Pseudo Freddy is planning. I imagine you also want your body back. I am proposing a mutual cooperation. I can morph this realm of random matter into a suitable village full of host bodies. These can be your secret arsenal to reclaim your body. These simple hosts are not capable of complex thought, and by putting them into unique situations, they may split into an entirely new body. Lastly, I will give you a vortex that lets your spirit hold matter, so you're capable of accessing any item between these host bodies. You can access portals like the one you came in from for further aid, whether it's for clarification or using my skills. My power is limited, but perhaps we can find a way to expand it. I shall now send you out into this village. I wish you luck. And then we're given a bit more tutorial prompts, and I'm going to add, like in the game options, hopefully like some to disable it in case you've played this game like 50 times. But then when you click out, you are warped back into the hub world. I'll probably have like a fade or something right now. You kind of just warp out, and I'm able to save the game. And it adds a little note here, a disclaimer, saying that when you save your game and load it back up, you'll return to the nearest portal and despawn all their hosts as if you just entered the location. I'm doing that just so you can't save scum, and also so that in case you're on like your last host and you save, and then right before that save an enemy's about to kill you, I don't want your game to be effectively soft locked, so I'm having it kind of reset upon each save. And return to the main menu, and you can see we have Dale at the top here, and Freddy at the bottom. And if we click back onto Dale, I started as the librarian, because that was that host that was saved. And let's go and expend some of her mana. So we'll bring down her mana, let's say 12, and we'll attack the baker. And we swap back to him, we see his health's at 17. And we'll save it, and we'll save it twice, I guess, because I'm paranoid. Go back to main menu, and we swap back to Freddy. You can see the baker has full 20 HP. And if we were to go and swap over to the librarian, you can see that their mana is full as well. So we'll save it up and go back out. You're also able to copy and delete save files and boot them back up. Anyways, that concludes the current tutorial video. Thank you guys for watching.